I have my cozy drink, have my big fall cozy sweater thing here. Soda, I'm gonna need you to chill. You're distracting me and you're making it very difficult to talk. I've got my coffee, I was able to eat breakfast, we are feeling great, and we are now winging it, and it is going to be fine. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sam. If you're not new here, welcome to the chaos. Welcome back to the chaos. It is pure chaos over here at the moment. It is September 17th and I decided to do another weekly reading vlog, and I had so many plans for it, but I have changed my mind as of 10 minutes ago and we are now winging it, and it is going to be fine. So, couple of life updates that are important to know before we get into the vlog. Life update number one, I got a job at a library. I think I talked about it before, but I didn't give very many details, but I now work at a library and I am so excited. I'm working in circulation, so I'm doing like the checking in and the checking out and helping people and kind of a little bit of everything, and I'm so excited for this. I really think this is a great move for me. I really like the people that I'm working with. I did a full week of training last week. It was a 40-hour week. It was exhausting. It was so much information thrown at me all at once, but I'm really enjoying it so far, so that is gonna be good. Second life update is the whole health situation. We've talked about that a couple of times. I've mentioned it in a couple of videos how my physical health has not been doing well recently. I do think we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. We are having more good days than bad days. I don't know that it's completely over, but because of some of these physical health issues that I've been having, it has been having kind of a negative effect on my mental health, and also my energy levels have been very low. So that being said, I have only read one book this month and it is the 17th. And I know, that's what, that's not me. Like, who is this person? This is not me. I am not, who is this? So, because of that, we have made a couple of decisions. The first decision is I am abandoning my September TBR. I just feel like I was forcing myself to read at this point, and I don't want to do that. I felt like I was approaching burnout, and I felt like I was hitting a reading slump, and I don't think it's necessarily because I didn't want to read, because I really do. It's that I was and have been feeling so bad for so long, and I couldn't concentrate on reading, and then I had some of these huge books on my TBR, and they were taking me so long to get through, and I just started to stress myself out even more about not being able to finish it. So at this point we are quitting, and it's gonna be okay. So we're gonna mood read for the rest of the month, and I think what I'm really in the mood for is kind of specific. So I feel like I'm really in the mood for fantasy, but more of a lighthearted, whimsical, magical kind of fantasy, less of the dark fantasy romance that I normally read. So I think we're feeling more like a middle grade level, and I don't really have a lot of that. So I think we're gonna make a trip to the library. Now that I work at a library, I feel the need to use the library a lot more, so I think we're gonna make a trip to the library and try to find some like whimsical, young adult, or middle grade, kind of fun, lighthearted fantasy books to read this week. I also am going to be finishing The Final Gambit because I did start that as an ebook, and I do really want to finish that. Second decision is this vlog was supposed to be like a fall themed vlog. I'm pushing that off. Honestly, I think that's for the best, because I think if I wait a couple of weeks, there will be more fall activities for me to do, and it'll be more fun. So this is going to be kind of like more of a reset vlog. Like, we're going to be doing some kind of reading, some cleaning up, some planning, and just some like rest and rejuvenation, and kind of trying to reset after a really tough first half of the month. We are going to kind of try to turn that around. So it's gonna be kind of cozy, kind of relaxing. We are wearing leggings and a t-shirt and a chunky knit sweater today. The one fall thing we are going to be doing is getting my fall clothes, and I don't know if I'm going to show them in this vlog or if I'll wait to show them until my fall vlog, but they're in my storage unit because we were not intending to be here through fall, but looking like we will be, so we're going to get those. I also promised my mom that I would help her in her classroom this weekend, so I think we're gonna go do that very soon. So I'll probably go to the library later this afternoon, and I will update y'all on how that goes. Hopefully I get to the library before it closes. Back from the library and back from the school. It's like 5 p.m. and I am exhausted, but I want to show y'all what I got at the library. I'm kind of trying to do like a, not like a TBR, but like a pile of books that fit the vibe I'm going for that I can pick from. I'm not intending to read all of these. I don't even know how many of them I'm going to read. If I only read one of them, that's fine. We're not doing any forcing this month. It's gonna be fine. So the first book that I got at the library was The Girl Who Drank the Moons. This book is by Kelly Barnhill, and this follows kind of a variety of people. So we have this little town called the Protectorate, and they sacrifice a baby to the woods every year, I think. Is it every single year? Every year. Yeah, they leave a baby as an offering to this witch that lives in the woods as a way to like keep her from terrorizing them. But the witch is actually a very nice witch, and she does not know why they're leaving these babies, but she rescues the babies and delivers them to other towns where they can grow up and be happy and healthy. But one of the babies that she rescues accidentally gets kind of embedded with magic, and so she decides to raise the child herself. She names her Luna, and when Luna turns 13, her magic begins to emerge and a lot of kind of not so good things begin to happen. And then we also have a young man from the Protectorate who is determined to kill the witch and stop having to sacrifice babies, basically. So we have like a lot of different things happening here. I have actually already listened to like 70% of this as an audiobook, and I love it. But I felt like I was missing things because I was driving and I didn't really know where I was going, and so I had to like use the GPS, which kept interrupting it, and then I had to like concentrate really hard on where I was going and making sure I was in the right lane and everything, so I feel like I missed things. So I do think that I'm just gonna start over and physically read it instead of finishing the audiobook or just starting where I left off. I think I'm just gonna start over so that I can kind of get all of the things that I missed the first time. But it is a really, really fun, very whimsical. We've got like a swamp monster and a little dragon, and they're very cute. You've got like Angie Sage's magic vibes. It's very similar in a feel to that type of like middle grade fantasy, and I love it. Next up, this isn't a middle grade, but I think it's still got the whimsy vibes. I'm not really sure. It was on a list of whimsical books, so we're gonna give it a shot. This is Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune. So this is an adult fantasy, but it follows Wallace, and a reaper comes to collect him from his own funeral, so he realizes that he has died, but he's not really done living yet, so he doesn't want to cross over, but he's given 1 week to cross over, so he decides to live as much life as he can in those 7 days. That's all I really know about it. I've heard kind of mixed reviews about it, so we'll see. We're gonna give it a shot. Hopefully we get the whimsical magical vibe that I'm going for. If not, we'll just DNF it and move on, honestly. Next up, we have an older middle grade that I actually read like as a middle schooler, and that is 100 Cupboards. This is by N.D. Wilson, and this follows our main character, Henry. And Henry is a 12-year-old boy who I think he's just moved into this new house, or I'm not really sure, but he's laying in bed at night and he hears this scratching on the walls, and he ends up like peeling back the wallpaper and finding 99 cupboard doors that all lead to different places. They're basically all portals to different worlds, and like in one there's rain, and one he sees a man walking back and forth, and you've got all these different portals going to all these different places, and he starts having all of these magical adventures. I mean, I don't know that it's all that lighthearted. I mean, it is. It's lighthearted. I think there are some dark things though, if I remember correctly. I'm also pretty sure it's 4 books. I know I own a couple of them. I don't know if I own all of them, so we'll kind of have to play that by ear. I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I do remember really, really liking it, so we're gonna give it a shot, I think. This one I'm actually kind of excited to revisit. Next up, we have The Key to Rondo. This is by Emily Rhoda, and it is also a middle grade fantasy that I read a long time ago. This book follows our main character, Leo, and Leo has this music box that was like handed down, I think from his great aunt. And the music box has like rules, like you're only supposed to wind it 3 times, never wind the box while the music plays, never move the box while the music plays, and never close the lid until the music has stopped. And he would never break those rules, but his cousin Mimi comes to visit and she ends up winding the box 4 times, and they release this sorceress that was like captured by the music box, and now they have to stop her and figure out the secrets of the music box. I remember it being really cool. I know there's at least 2 books, and I do have both of them. So we'll see. I don't know if there's any more. I kind of hope not, but we'll see. But I do remember really liking it, so we'll give this one a shot as well. Okay, and then the next book that I have, I'm actually not sure if it's a sequel. I know it's at least kind of connected to another book, so I'm not really sure if I need to read the other book first. But this is Hooked, and it is an ARC. This book is not out yet. It comes out in December. I'm able to get ARCs through the library now, which is fantastic now that I work there. But this is by the same author who wrote Wendy Darling, which I have not read. I've heard good things about, so I think I want to give that one a shot. I might actually see if I can get that from any of the libraries and read that one first, because reading the back of this one, like this one's obviously about Captain Hook. It definitely mentions Wendy, so I'm not sure if maybe I need to read Wendy Darling first. But I think we might visit one of these this week, maybe. I don't know that you can call this lighthearted. I do think it is pretty dark, but it is kind of magical, and Neverland just feels whimsical, whether it's light or dark, so we'll see. And then the last book is neither middle grade nor whimsical nor fantasy at all, and that is The Final Gambit. I am actually like 100 pages into this already as an ebook, and I need to finish it because it's the only other, like, I read one book this month, it was okay. This is the only book that I've actually been into this month. I just haven't had time to finish it yet, so definitely gonna be finishing this one because I want to finish it. I'm enjoying it. But that is everything that I got at the library, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to read first. Actually, that's a lie. I think I'm going to start with The Girl Who Drank the Moon since I was already like a good amount through it. I think I'm going to go ahead and read that tonight and then maybe finish The Final Gambit. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to both because it's like 5:30 now. But we'll see, and I will keep y'all updated. Good morning. So it is now Sunday morning and we're getting ready to go to church, but I am just slightly less than halfway through The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and I missed so many things listening to the audiobook. Like, so many things are making sense now. Just like little details that I had missed the first time that then made things a little bit confusing later. Now I get it. So glad I decided to start it over instead of just finishing the end, because I feel like I'm gonna get a lot more out of the story now. I haven't read like a ton. I didn't finish a book last night like I thought I would, but I'm okay with that. I'm trying not to necessarily slow down my reading. I mean, I guess I kind of am. What I've noticed about being on BookTube is there's this kind of internal competition, really. Like, it's very obvious. The more books you can read the more views you're gonna get. Like, that's how it's been working for me. Like, I put up a video that's like, oh, I have to read 23 books in August, and it gets like 7,000 views, and then if I only read like 4 or 5 in a month, it just gets less. That's just how it's been working, but it's created this competition within myself to focus more on the number of books and to focus on getting through books quicker. And it's like, if it takes me more than one day to read a book, I start to feel like I'm behind and like I could be doing better. And so I'm focusing more on getting through books than actually like enjoying reading the books. So that's what I'm trying to kind of avoid. And I do think there's a happy medium there, because I am generally a pretty fast reader and I have always been able to read like a large volume of books. I have not always tracked my reading, but the very first year I did, in like 9th or 10th grade, I read 80 books in one summer, and that wasn't really me trying. So like, I am completely able to read a high volume of books and still enjoy what I'm reading. I just haven't been doing both. So I was trying really hard to focus on like losing myself in the book this time, and like focusing on the world and kind of like immersing myself in the story more than just, okay, I'm on page 100 and it took me this long to get there, now let's do another 100 so that I can get through this, and then we need to keep going, and then we need to keep going. And I'm also not berating myself when I don't want to read. Like, I kept getting distracted last night, and you know, that does suck, but it's fine. There's no need to get upset at myself for getting distracted and not finishing the whole book. Like, it's fine. I'm enjoying the story and I'm gonna keep going. I probably will finish it today just because it's not that long of a book, and it is Sunday, so I do have the majority of the day to just kind of chill. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it. It's just such a whimsical, fun little story, and I do think that next I'm gonna go with 100 Cupboards, because I remember really liking this and I want to get back into this world because I remember it being really good. So I think that's where we're gonna go next after we finish this. We also have The Final Gambit to finish, but that's on my Kindle, so I might read that during the week. We'll see. So it is now like 4 o'clock and I just finished The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and I really enjoyed it. This is such a fun little whimsical, cute story. It just has so many like quirky things about it, and I just really love that. And it was different than a lot of fantasy. Like, I don't want to like spoil things, so I'm not gonna really go too much detail into that, but like the way it ended was a lot different from like your typical fantasy novel, and I really enjoyed that. And it was just I mean, there's definitely some like darker topics in here, there's definitely some things that aren't so lighthearted, but the magic part felt very lighthearted, very whimsical, and just very peaceful, even though like some parts of the book were definitely darker and not so lighthearted and not so peaceful. But the actual like magic and how magic works and the use of magic was generally pretty calming and just magical. So highly recommend this one if you like whimsical middle grade type of fantasy. So now I have to decide what I am reading / doing next. I'm pretty sure the next book I want to read is 100 Cupboards. So I'm probably going to start that tonight. This one is shorter than the other one. This one's more, like, I've seen this one marketed as both middle grade and YA. And it definitely is kind of lyrical and definitely like upper level middle grade. Is more of like a transitional between middle grade and YA. This one is a very solid lower middle grade series. So we'll probably get through this much quicker, and it's literally less than 300 pages, so it's not even very long. So I'm gonna probably read this today. I do have to work tomorrow, but not in the morning, so we're gonna have a nice slow start to our morning tomorrow. It's gonna be great. I just reheated my chai latte from lunch that I didn't finish, so I have my cozy drink, have my big fall cozy sweater thing here. I'm probably going to read another book, but I'm probably going to take a break for a moment because I like to take a little bit of a break in between books. Fun fact, I have been getting a lot of Instagram messages lately, and they all go to the new message request if you haven't messaged me on Instagram before, and apparently I don't get notifications for that, and I don't know how to make it give me notifications for that, or if that's even possible. So if you tried to message me and I didn't respond for like a week or two, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I'm gonna be better at checking that now that I know that I need to check that. So there's that. Second thing is I have been getting a lot of requests for people that want to do a buddy read, and I know like the whole book club thing didn't work out, and I think that's mostly because it was behind a paywall, and I totally get that. Not really something that everybody can do. So I'm kind of playing with the idea because I really want to interact with y'all more. So I'm kind of playing with the idea of doing like a group read along buddy read thing, like if there's a book that we all kind of want to read together. And I don't know if we just want to do something over Discord, or I haven't done a live yet. I don't really know how, and also I don't have a computer with a webcam. And I think I need a webcam to be able to do a live, I'm pretty sure. So I don't really know. I would have to play around with that, especially because we're at my parents' right now. So like I would only want to do it when no one was home, and that would only be during the day. So I don't even know if anybody would be available. But if you are interested in doing a buddy read in like mid-October, early November, I'm thinking, if you're interested in that, leave me a comment below and just let me know that you're interested so I can kind of gauge if this is something y'all want. And if so, I think we'll come up with some ideas. Also, leave me a comment below on if you would like to use Discord or if you would prefer a live, and I can, depending on level of interest and everything, I can start looking into how to do that and how all of that works and what I need to do on my end to get that rolling. So if that's something you're interested in, just leave me a comment below so I know, and we'll see. Also, if you have a book that you're dying to read, let me know that too. I also promised my mom that I would help her with learning how to use Power School, so I think I'm actually going to go see if she's ready to do that now, and that can be like my break in between books, and then I might start 100 Cards. It is Monday morning, and it is my first day of work, not in training, so that's exciting. I don't work until this afternoon though, at like 1, so I have the whole morning free, and it has been a very, very productive morning so far. I still have to get up at like 6:30 in the mornings because that's when my husband gets up for work, and there is absolutely no way for him to get up without waking me up, so I've been up. I went ahead and did like my hair and makeup, but I hesitated on if I was going to get dressed. I knew I didn't want to put on like my work clothes because I have to wear like professional clothes to work, so I knew I didn't want to wear that all day, but I also am the one who does the laundry, so like I don't want to wash 2 outfits every day either, or like the days that I work, so I'm still in my pajamas, but it's fine. I don't know if I'll do that every day. Maybe it's just on the days that I'm not really filming anything formal. We'll see. But I have already started laundry this morning. I worked on some filming for a brand deal. I paid some bills. I cleaned up my room. Like, I have already done a lot of things this morning, and it is only 9:03 in the morning. So I have to be there at 1. And I don't really know what traffic looks like at that time. I'm imagining it won't really be that bad in the middle of the day. But since I haven't done it before, I'm probably going to leave a little early just in case. I'll probably honestly leave around 12:15. probably just give myself a 15-minute extra buffer because it does take about 30 minutes to get there, so I'll give myself the extra 15 just in case there is any traffic at this time, but we'll see. But that means that I still have almost 3 hours, a little over 3 hours before I have to leave, so we're going to try and do things. I didn't read much more last night. I did start 100 cupboards. Okay, Soda, I'm gonna need you to chill. You're distracting me and you're making it very difficult to talk. Can you sit? Can you lay down and be good? No, Mom, of course not. Okay, so let's try this again. So I didn't read much of this, but I did start it. I'm on page 12. I read the first chapter, and then I ended up being kind of tired, and I decided to do my Bible study homework. So I finished that up, so now I don't have to worry about that this week until Wednesday when I get the next one. But so far I'm really liking it. I remember a lot about it now that I've like started reading it. I don't really remember like much plot details, but I remember like the vibes and a little bits and pieces of the story. So I do own the first and the second one, and there is a third one. And I also found out that there's a prequel that I definitely never read. I know I've read like the original 3, but I don't think I ever read the prequel. But that's the plan. So let's go. So I don't have a full-length mirror in my room, so here's the outfit for work. These pants are from Ross, I think. Top's from Shein. I think the sweater is too. And then I don't remember where I got these boots, but I'm just wearing like black ankle boots. I kind of struggle with what to wear with these pants as far as shoes go. So that's what we're going with. And then I have my favorite earrings. These are my favorite earrings to wear with like work clothes because I feel like they, I don't know, make it a little bit more youthful. This isn't my favorite outfit, but I only own 3 pairs of work pants and the other 2 are both in the wash. So it was this or a dress, and I'm just not feeling a dress today. So we're gonna go with this, and it's gonna be fine. And then that's the only purse I own, so here's the look. Hello again. So it is now almost 8 o'clock. I got home like maybe 15 minutes ago. And so today was my first day at work like on my own, and it was good. It actually went really well, and so that's good. Day 1 down. Feel like it's gonna be a lot less stressful from here. We did one day. We can keep going. Still really liking the job, so that's good. So I'm home. I've changed back into pajamas. I am eating a bowl of ice cream for dinner. This is why I don't generally show what I eat in a day, because it's never healthy, and it's absolutely not something anybody else should follow. So you will never ever catch me doing a what I eat in a day video. Ever. But I am tired, but not like exhausted, and I don't work tomorrow or Wednesday, which is good. So I've got like a ton of time to do other things and kind of like rest and relax and get some reading done. So I'm probably going to go eat my ice cream and keep reading 100 Cupboards because I'm really enjoying it. It is really good for a middle grade novel. So we're gonna give that some more time, and then I'm probably gonna go to bed, honestly, in not that much longer, maybe like 10. So we'll see how much more of the book I get read, and I will update y'all tomorrow. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning, and I finished 100 Cupboards last night, and it was really good. I mean, is it like the best book ever written? No, probably not, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I want to read the second one. I definitely feel like this book is a lot of setup for the next 2 books. Like, it is a trilogy, and I definitely felt like this book was very slow at certain points, and the back of it basically tells you the entire story. Like, there's not much more there, but I do think the story gets more in depth in the next 2 books, and it's a middle grade, so like you don't really go in with that high of expectations. So I do want to read the next one, which is Dandelion Fire, which is up here. So I'm gonna probably read this one today. This one looks a little longer. This one's also, oh, actually, yeah, it is. It is a good amount longer. It is 466 pages. This one wasn't even 300 pages. So next one, hopefully we get a little bit more story, a little bit less boring. There were just so many points in the first book that you're like, they're not doing anything. So hopefully that changes in the second book. I don't remember because it's been, I mean, if I was 11 when I read it the first time and now I'm 25, it's been a long time. So I'm also filming a 24-hour readathon today, so y'all are gonna get kind of like the behind the scenes of that. And I might end this vlog today, honestly, because I don't have anything to go up tomorrow and I don't want to skip another video. So this might be the last day of this vlog, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm back from the doctor. That's done. I've got my coffee. I was able to eat breakfast. We are feeling great. So, about to start filming my 24-hour readathon, and then I'm going to start editing this video. I've got a lot of things to do, so this is not the best time to be filming a 24-hour readathon, but you know, we don't do anything at a good time around here ever. So, probably going to start Dandelion Fire. Probably going to finish it today if I'm doing a readathon, so we'll see how that goes. I will let you know, and we'll go from there. So, how is my 24-hour readathon going? Not well. Not well at all. But you're gonna have to wait until Sunday to see that, because it is 5 o'clock now and I have not even started editing this video that is supposed to go up tomorrow. So I gotta go, which means I need to end this vlog. So, thanks for watching. If you have made it this far into the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. The little bell icon will notify you when I post. And I will see y'all on Sunday. Bye!